I don't know. I think that this is the truth. So, okay, here we go. Good morning. My name is Laura. Welcome back to my studio. Today I'm finishing up this tiny vise. I made it out of sterling silver and it's got some cubic zirconias set in different places just because that's my style. And the vise, if you're wondering, is inspired by a vise that Jason from Fireball Tools made a video about. I just thought it was so cool how he made it from scratch, basically just raw materials and didn't include any cast elements. And so I thought it would be super fun for me to make a tiny replica style one. So this is where we're at right now. Everything is completely done being soldered and fabricated, and this threaded element is working really well. So the last things that I need to do are set tube set stones in all 3 of these tubes. And then I have to convert this component into something like this. If you want to know more details about all of this and you haven't watched the rest of the series up until this point, like the answers are in there, because I'm not going to waste everybody else's time. Anyways, okay, let's just, okay, so I gotta set the stones, convert this into this or something like it, and then I have to do all of the like cleanup of the solder slop and all of the filing and sanding and polishing and just, oh, and I have to drill these and tap them. Oh God, the list is growing. It's all fine. It's all fine. We've got plenty of time today too. Like I've got this whole day. It's a beautiful day. So let's just get to work. Okay, I've been working in the studio for so long that my isotunes died. Here it is, all the pieces. What do you think? They're all done and polished and ready to be put together. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm really excited to be done. Like, I just gotta put this thing together, and then I mail it away to Memphis for the Metal Museum auction on repair days. It's just so interesting that I spend so much time on these things, and then literally the next day that I'm finishing them, or the day that I'm finishing them, I'm mailing them away, never to see them again. So it's an interesting relationship to have with your work. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this camera down so you can Well, what do you think? You want to know what I think? I think it's good enough. I'm happy with it. I have some reservations about certain compromises that I had to make. I hope that you think it's fantastic and over the moon, and I hope I made you proud. I hope that you enjoyed watching me through the entire process of making this. I should pretend I'm happier. It all just happened like in the last hour. And so I haven't really had a chance to figure out what it means to me. I did it. I did it again. Should I show you? Should I show you what I'm like? Part of me feels like I should just pretend like what's bothering me isn't bothering me. But if you know what you're looking at and I don't mention it, like, you'll be like, how is she not talking about this? So I don't know. Maybe I won't even include this in the video. We'll see. But I gotta record this before I send it away. So yeah, first big thing, this dent right here. Do you see that? And that is because when I was soldering these things, maybe I'll make this a separate video. Maybe like after it's, like I was saying, this right here, is from a pair of parallel pliers. Oh, another thing that I'm super unhappy with is that this isn't straight. Do you see how this goes at an angle? It should be straight. No matter how I turn it, it's at an angle. And when I was drilling this hole and this hole, I think it was a combination of, one, I'm a human and I have only a certain amount of precision. There's just like human error. And with the tools that I'm using, this was the best that I could do. I did the best I could. You saw, I tried to line it up. I tried to use the squares. I used, layout fluid and transfer lines. But let's say I had a month left. Would I remake it? I think I would. And I'd make it perfect. But I have to ship it tomorrow so that it'll get to Memphis for the deadline. So, I just have to be okay with it. And you do too. We're okay with it. And I think that, it doesn't affect nothing. Pretty much everything that I'm unhappy about is related to the aesthetic, the way it looks, not the functionality of it. It still functions perfectly fine, with that dent and with this drilled in there crooked, the vise still opens and shuts. This is it shutting. So cool. And then this is it opening. right? Like who doesn't love that? Oh, and then another thing that I'm unhappy with it's still kind of an aesthetic thing, but this is also crooked, you know. It should be more this way, and it's like that. And I think that just, you know, sterling silver sometimes is mushy material to work with for me. Maybe not for other people, but you know, it's not like steel, and you know, soldering is not like welding where you can like have everything be super square and tack it and then it's square. It's like every single solder joint that I do, there's a possibility that the other solder joints, the previous solder joints, if there's any, they will just like let go and flow because I make a mistake and I overheat it or something like that. And like I said, limitations of the materials, limitations of the tools that I have. This was the best that I could do with the time frame. And now that I like have kind of confessed all of my, it's a little crooked, it's a little dented, it's definitely handmade, but there it is, my tiny sterling silver handmade vise inspired by Jason from Fireball Tools. If you've watched the entire series, thank you. Yeah, just like knowing that people are watching my videos and that they're getting enjoyment from my tiny tools is really what keeps me making them. And I enjoy them too. I just don't know if I didn't have such great people interested in watching me make them, I don't know if I would prioritize making them. You know, the auction, donating it to the auction definitely helps. So, okay, that's it. That's all. I love you. And thanks as always. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye. Mwah. Hallelujah. Or something like that. I don't know why I just said that. It's very uncharacteristic of me, but that's how excited I am. Well, I have to go wash my hands and figure out what the thumbnail, because I have to get something for a thumbnail before I mail it away. I swore I try not to swear in my videos in case like my baby niece and nephew watch them, but it was appropriate. Where's my hand? The more I talk about that, the more that excuse sounds like BS. I think I just misdrilled. I've been working in the studio for so long that my isotunes died. And so I had to switch to the plugged in. Like recently though, they had a buy one, get one free sale. And I was like, I don't need any more isotunes because I already have a pair. This is not sponsored, but I was like, shoot, maybe I should have bought more so that when they die, I mean, the wire is fine, but it's like I can feel it. Like if I get snagged on something, it like rips them out. Like there's something about the wireless that's just so nice. My bench is absolutely a mess. I think I'm going to make a video, have you come along with me as I clean my bench, and we'll talk about all the tools maybe that I use because, you know, it's a hot mess right now. But I've used every single tool that's on my desk. More than that, but these are just the ones that ended up getting left. And so I think that might be fun for us. I don't know.